Aprendi o verdadeiro churrasco texano. Vamos lá.
When I think of barbecue, I think of one place in the world, Texas. And not only have I never been to Texas, no, that's not true, I just remembered I've been to Texas. There's an amazing art behind barbecue. I've heard it's a food that only tastes good if it's made with love. And I actually feel that way about a lot of food. But come along with me today to learn classic Texas barbecue. For those of you that don't know, before I head to the airport, we are catching up to Gordon and Sub. So if you haven't already, you know who you are. Smack that subscribe button. It is currently 4:30 in the morning. We have touched down in
Bem-vindo, Xavi. Hoje não, João.
Texas and not gotten much sleep, but we're ready to go make some barbecue. We are here at Cadillac Barbecue. Let's head inside and see what's in store. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Todd Davis.
Todd, Nick, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is Manny.
Hey, nice to meet you.
How are you? You didn't fire him yet today, right?
You can fire him later.
Welcome to Cadillac.
It's early.
It's early for you. We start early. First guy here today was probably here at 3 o'clock. You gotta have that passion.
If I came to the smell every morning, I'd have that.
This is Big Mama, our first smoker. It's
Às 3 da manhã, o primeiro funcionário.
been inside the building since the day we came here. We named all our smokers.
Manny, maybe you'll have a smoker name by the end of the video.
This is our pit room. You've got Brutus, buckwheat, which is hot, be careful. Bandit, this is Bo. And you've already met Big Mama. This is Bam Bam.
Oh my god.
This has pork steaks on it.
Holy
This is Andrew.
How you doing, man?
This is Babe. Babe was the first pig cooker we bought. Not quite big enough for big pigs, big hogs.
That's what she said.
This is Bubba. So this is the beast. This is where we make our own coals.
I can see why it's called the Beast.
It's over 1,000 degrees. All we're doing is trying to make those fresh coals, and then we're gonna put that on the fire directly underneath the food. The flavor that's in those ashes coming out in that smoke. My arm's burning.
Why do people want coals versus more direct sort of flame?
Eia, mano, quando chegar a parte da comida, preparem-se, meus amigos. Preparem-se que isto vai doer.
If you put a fire like that underneath the meat, you would just scald it.
Coals give you the same smoke
Mamau, bem-vindo! Hoje vi os teus vídeos à Casa de Férias 2021.
flavor, but with more of a sort of gentle, slower cooking process.
Some people will cook hot and fast. I just feel that it comes out better if you cook low and slow.
We have a friend named Guga who always tries to skip ahead, cook hot and fast.
That's right.
Shame on you, Guga.
You can do it. For us, it works better low and slow.
Aqui é telas. Epa, ganda Diogo a fazer uma comprinha na PROZIS com cupom malta. Muito obrigado, Diogo. Um abraço.
So good. You know that kind of smoky smell in the middle of the winter? Maybe you're sitting in front of a fire. This is basically a giant version of that. Even over here, I'm feeling heat off of. Hold on, let me think of the name. Brutus.
Beast.
Damn it.
Brutus was the very first one. See, that was your
Boa noite,
first
chefinho.
love.
Estamos bem e tu?
Big Mama first. Yeah, that was my first love. Big Mama.
Come on in here. This big cooler here is all of our meat storage.
So just when I thought we had a big freezer of Wagyu, he's gonna show us up right now, Manny.
This is what's left over from the week. These are Akushi briskets.
That's a nice brisket, huh?
Yeah.
Right now we're cooking some pork steaks. It's a direct cook. Usually about halfway through we start to mop them to kind of give them a little bit of a glaze, a little bit more flavor.
Is that tool actually called a mop?
So this sausage we make ourselves. Grind it, stuff it, everything. This is our mild 17. The reason it's called 17 is it took us 17 tries. This was the first sausage we ever made. They're all beef and pork and then all kinds of great flavors. This is our whole
Não, mamão, não tenho.
hog. We vary in our size.
Chefinho, não sei se já jantaste. Eu espero bem que sim, porque se não jantaste, fecha a live, meu. Porque isto aqui, churrasco texano, nem vai ser bom.
Pig typically around 150 pounds.
I just swallowed that whole. It's good. It is now 7:24 a.m. We can see that things are starting to come together. We're finally starting to get to taste things. It must have a little vinegar in there or something. Gets you in the eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
It's got a ton of different flavors in there. Not at all overpowering. You're just getting a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's a journey of flavors. So they just brought us out some of these pork cracklers, chicharrones. They're still making that sort of crackle sound from after you fry them. Lightly sort of fatty flavored rice cake. It's just delicious.
That's pretty good.
Sausage time.
Hey Todd, quick question. You got
Isto é feito de gordura de porco, não é? Isto aqui.
You're just getting a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's a journey of flavors. So they just brought us out some of these pork
Carne de porco chamada chicharrones.
cracklers, chicharrones. They're still making that sort of crackle sound from after you fry them. Lightly sort of fatty flavored rice cake. It's just delicious.
Não sei se é bom.
good.
Sausage time.
Hey Todd, quick question. You got the smaller sausages
Cap-
right here and the bigger
puta,
ones. Which one do you like more?
Olha a quantidade de salsichas que
When
estão
I'm
ali,
snacking,
meu.
I eat the
Show.
smaller ones.
So sausage is a 3-day process.
Yeah,
the first
right.
day you're grinding it, stuffing it. The second day you're going to do a cold smoke. Cold smoke means like you're cooking it at like 140 degrees or so. On the third day we're actually finishing them off right now. You really need that entire process to get that good smoky, snappy sausage.
That sort of pop when you bite into the
Right,
sausage.
right.
Boas Lopes. Estou a ingerir proteína. 200 gramas. São feitos com pele de porco normalmente.
It's a fun thing because there's just so much to it.
So they have the coolest design details here. These knives right here are how you open and close the vents. I mean, I love that.
These are all 1,000-gallon propane tanks that have been decommissioned. If you look at this tank inside,
All right, you get inside there. Crawl inside there, man.
go on in
All
there.
the way in. So you're just gonna hang out here now.
I'm watching how my fire's doing. Good barbecue is all about fire management. It's taken us days to get to this point. I don't want to screw it up at the end.
Time for some ribs. Ooh. So that was like 4 hours of smoke, and this is an hour and a half of tenderizing. If it's perfect, you should be able to bend it in half. Bend and no break, that's like a perfect rib. Sauce them, they're gonna glaze for like another 30 minutes, and then they'll be ready. These come out really easy. They just kind of...
Wow.
Eia bem, quando os ossos saem assim, vocês sabem o que é que isso significa, não sabem, pessoal? Pois é.
That's freaking awesome.
It's usually a chore to keep them
They
in.
have the opposite problem than most people do. It's hot. Oh god. We're gonna shoot back outside and check out those sausages. So the sausages are finishing up. They do look different. They have more of a kind of shine to them. They've got a little bit darker, right? With the smoke.
See how tight they're getting?
It's crazy.
How plump they're
So-
getting because they're tightening it up.
So tight.
You see what I deal with?
Do the smaller ones get tighter than the bigger ones? Or-
Sometimes they will, depending on where you put them. Be careful because it's going to be really hot.
Wow. I'm so juicy. I have never loved sausage. In fact, I've never liked sausage. But this right here, I didn't know it was possible for a sausage to be this juicy. There's no movie magic going
Mano.
on here. This sausage is squirting all over me. I had to
Já
say.
vi
So
isso,
this is
já
a tray
vi.
of beef belly burnt end.
Yes, sir.
Tá no grind no ginásio, é assim mesmo, meu. É assim mesmo.
So these are only halfway done. These are about...
These are only halfway done. It's literally like you're eating a piece of candy. They're making so much good food here. This is banana pudding. So much good food.
So, thanks, Ivan.
Andy, you're fired. Get out.
I tell him that all the time. The next stage of finishing these burnt ends, Jacob's going to put them back in the smoker for one last smoke, get them caramelized. They're going to get to lay down for a while, think about their future as a burnt end, and then they're coming back out.
After all the hard work, it's finally
Aqui é
time
Tiagoni.
now to
É sim,
taste what I would
senhora.
kind of call the king of all barbecue, which is the brisket.
Absolutely.
Check out all that juice.
The flavors are melting on my tongue.
Especially in Texas, we're all about that beef.
It's one of my favorite things to try every time.
You ready for this, Manny?
I'm ready.
This is separating lean part from the fatty part, and that's what comes out of it.
Wow.
And look at how perfect.
Isto, meus amigos, chama-se food porn.
The smoke ring is too.
We don't go for that smoke ring, we achieve it all the time. That's it, a slice.
Aquilo deve estar só
Correct
delicioso.
me if I'm wrong here, but I
Meu
learned the
Deus.
test of the brisket. You want to kind of hang it over. Is that
Absolutely.
one test?
Absolutely. And if you just tug on it lightly, it's going to pull apart.
Perfect bite. Wow. Holy cow. You see what I did there? I said holy cow.
Oh,
Holy shit, that's good.
holy cow.
Holy cow.
So it's 8:30 and they're already starting to line up. And how long is he gonna wait?
Close to 2 hours.
He'd be so jealous that we're already.
8h30 da manhã e já está um gajo ali à frente à espera, bro. E só abre às 10h30 da manhã. Como assim, meu? Ganda CR7, ganda Shen, como é que estamos? Por aqui está tudo.
Getting to taste it. If you knew what that rib that I just had tasted like, you would sit out there with the share too.
So I'm going to start building this Todd, Father. We start with Martin's Bun.
Ah.
Some of the
Se um dia for ao Texas, tem que ir ali
best
àquele
potato
restaurante.
buns you can get.
Could not agree more.
Little homemade barbecue sauce.
Tem que ir, meu.
Brisket on there.
Is this your sandwich, the Todd Father?
This is our signature sandwich. We're going to put a little bit of our homemade pulled pork, one of our hot links here. And we're going to take some Ivan's homemade coleslaw, put it on top. Martin's bun back on there.
Gordura está tendo, gordura está tendo. Que puta de bala, mas.
A homemade dill pickle. And that's
Yeah,
Andrew's lunch.
bang.
That's the Todd Father.
Andrew's hungry.
This is probably the best slice of meat that comes off that brisket. Try that.
That's ridiculous. Instead of the edge where you have the separation of the fat
Cá
and the meat,
puta de
that's
bala.
almost a perfect blend of fat.
The ribs that were inside getting all happy are now
Look.
coming out and getting
Look
ready to go
possível.
up front.
Look at this. Oh my gosh. Wow. I might like that better than the brisket. Maybe take a bite.
Oh my god.
And that's the Texas Trinity. You have the sausage, the brisket, and the ribs.
I'm moving to Texas. The only bologna I've ever seen is in that little yellow and red pack, and it tastes like, I don't even know what to say.
Dog.
There's the first time I've been excited to eat bologna, and it's really good. I'm so full.
So now they have like a red color to them from all the sauce and like the smoke that's poured into them.
Can we
Fácil de compreender o problema da obesidade na América, sem dúvida,
have
mano.
you tasted by talk about it?
Oh, did I not tell
Os
you I
gajos
was a
são
vegetarian?
fodidos.
Oh, man.
plate. We keep eating stuff, and then I think I have the best thing, and then it gets better.
These are plate beef ribs, and that, again, Wagyu beef.
Beef ribs are big.
That's about the size of your head.
Big rib. So it is extraordinarily tender. Again, you don't think of this as a rib because you're not eating it off the rib like that really, but that might be the most tender thing that we have today. You could eat this with no teeth. You gum it to death. Do you think that you're able to make such incredible barbecue because you love it?
It's all about how great of an experience can we make this for the people coming in.
There's love in the food. You can taste it.
Some of these things take days. To still keep that same passion, it takes a lot. So I'm gonna slice up part of this pork steak for you.
But it's like a ribeye with pork.
Yes.
Wow, I've never had anything like that. It's extra smoky compared to all this stuff we've had. He just made us a nice big tray. Let's see what this thing weighs. Over 5 pounds of food right here. These people stand like that for hours just peeking through the window. We got it all right here. Kind of like at Salt Bays, we got this entire place to ourselves. It is dead.
Olhem que top, a pinta do restaurante, meu.
We got this entire
Olhem a pinta do restaurante, mano, altamente. Eu curto este tipo de restaurantes assim, mano. Com estas decorações.
place
Para isto.
to ourselves.
Que top, mano.
It is dead empty. Salt Bay might have just dry humped all the customers away. We are the only ones in the restaurant once again, other than Salt Bay himself. I don't understand how this place is in business. But I've been able to eat the entire day. Manny, give me the camera.
Nick's a little boring, so Man's gonna review the food now. I'm gonna quickly go through each item and give it a rating out of 10. All right, so we got the brisket right here. Get a quick bite. 10 out of 10. Beef rib.
Vai ser tudo 10.
10 out of 10. This is the pork rib. 10 out of 10.
Is it really good?
That's really good, yeah. We got the mac and cheese here. 8 out of 10. We got some cracklins. 9 out of 10. This is banana pudding. 9 out of 10. We got some pulled pork. I'm gonna put some sauce on top. 10 out of 10. We got our pork steak. We're gonna dip it in this plum sauce. 10 out of 10. All right, this is the crack cake. 11 out of 10. Now we're taking the cornbread.
You don't eat a cornbread with a fork and knife.
10 out of 10. All right, we got burnt end beans right here. 10 out of 10. All right, to finish it off, we got the Hat's chili and cheese sausage. 13 out of 10.
This is Nick and Manny.
Hi, nice to meet you.
He's the boss.
I'm the personality of the place.
So this is how it starts. We always try to let the people in early, and we'll let them keep coming in until we run out of food.
And this guy here waited the full 2 hours. How is it? Worth the wait, definitely. Todd, I have
2 horas à espera, mano. 2 horas à espera para comer. E depois há pessoas que dizem que não têm tempo para ir ao ginásio, meu. Puta que
to say
pariu.
before this day, I don't think I've had true barbecue, so thank you on behalf
Ai tal, eu não treino porque não tenho tempo. Filha da mãe ficou 2 horas em frente ao restaurante. Para quê? Para se sentar e comer.
of me, Manny, everybody for showing us true Texas barbecue today.
I'm just glad y'all could enjoy the Texas
2 horas,
I
mano.
have never said
2.
wow that many times in a row in my
Nunca
life.
na vida esperava 2 horas para
So
comer.
welcome to Cadillac Barbecue, guys.
Who wants barbecue?
Acima do peso, acima do peso, acima do peso. Provavelmente acima do peso, acima do peso, muito acima do peso, acima do peso, acima do peso, acima do peso. E os que não são acima do peso são abençoados geneticamente. Maravilha, maravilha. Maltinha, já sabem, quando forem ao Texas, já sabem o que é que têm que ir visitar.